Good evening, welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. Yes, it's finally time for me to do this, quickly do this. I say quick because I need to be as brief as possible because this is going to be long, but I'm going to do my top 50 albums of 2020. Top 50 metal, rock, melodic, death, thrash, all the stuff that I like, all mixed together, ranked in order from 50 down to 1. Can't talk a lot about the ones at the higher end, 50 down to say 20. Not going to talk. I'm not going to show the albums either. I've got 20 of these 50 on CD. The other ones are expensive or whatever, or harder to find, and haven't got them yet, but eventually, you never know, they might get them. But I listen to music in various ways. Spotify a lot. I know a lot of people don't like downloads, or they don't like that kind of streaming thing. But I've moved on with the times. I still buy CDs as well, but sometimes you just gotta be happy with a stream. Anyway, here we go. Not to talk too much. Number 50. Lords of Black, Alchemy of Souls Part 1, project from Spain, from Ronnie Romero and his friend Tony Hernandez, I think his name is. Very good, very heavy, very melodic, very catchy, very good album. I think it's probably their best from Lords of Black. Okay, 49, Storm Zone, Ignite the Machine. Northern Ireland, classic heavy metal band. They've been going a good while. The singer is absolutely awesome. His name is John Harbinson. He's a great singer. This guy is really, really good. The band is really underrated. I recommend Storm Zone to any fan of classic heavy metal. I mean, you're just going to love Storm Zone. Trust me on that one. Just trust me. Number 48, Dvicious and Phase 3, third album from these guys. Very good melodic hard rock. Number 47, Alpha Souls, Carousel of Emotions. Very good melodic hard rock from Spain with a Greek singer, believe it or not, but he's very good, the guy. I listened to this late in the year. Very, very good album, actually. Number 46 is Teramaze and I Wonder, Aussie melodic prog metal. Very melodic now. They were quite thrashy in the past, but now very, very melodic. Number 45 is Aquaria and Alitor. It's a Brazilian prog power type band, very much like fellow Brazilians Angra. If you like Angra, you're gonna love Aquaria. And the album is Alitor. Number 44 is Alitor and Alitor 2. It's a thrash metal band, very cool technical thrash metal. I forget where they're from, possibly Slovenia, I'm not sure, somewhere in Eastern Europe. But anyway, they're very cool. If you like your thrash metal, you're gonna love Alitor. Killer stuff. Number 43 is Bad Karma from Greece. The album is called On Fire. A very cool album. Very cool singer again. Classic, heavy rock, melodic rock. Very cool. Number 42 is Chimera, Master of Illusions. Dennis Ward's melodic rock band. Very cool, very melodic. Very catchy songs, AOR / melodic rock. Number 41 is Shining Black, self-titled album. It's a project with Olaf Thorson and Mark Bowles. Olaf is from Vision Divine, the Italian band. This is a killer project. This really worked out really good. Mark Bowles on great form. And Olaf with the songwriting, a very cool songwriter indeed. Number 40 is Pinnacle Point and Symphony of Mind. This is the sort of like Kansas for the new age type band, like a Kansas. I don't want to say copy, but they're very much in the Kansas mold. Very cool album as well. A little bit more progressive than the real thing, the real Kansas, but still very cool. Number 39 is Brother Fire Tribe and Feel the Burn. I just love Brother Fire Tribe. I think they're an awesome band. They've got a lot of cool albums. Every album of theirs I look forward to. A very killer band. Seen them live. Just one of my favourites from Finland. Absolute favourites. Number 38 is Pride of Lions and Lionheart. Very cool album. Jim Pitrick and Toby Hitchcock on vocals. You know, very Survivor-ish, more theatrical. I mean, Toby, he's an amazing singer. I love anything he does. Number 37 is Invisible Horizon and Defcon 1. This album is a little bit unknown and it flies under the radar for most people, but this is a really cool sort of like prog power mix. Really highly recommended. Invisible Horizon and Defcon 1. Little drink. Number 36 is Jeff Scott Soto and Wide Awake in My Dreamland. Very good album from Jeff, with songs mainly written by Alessandro Del Vecchio. He's the Frontiers go-to man. He does literally every Frontiers band, but he's a great songwriter, Ali. I mean, and this is a great album. He co-wrote with Jeff. You know, I like Jeff when he sings more melodic stuff like this. Okay, number 35 is Falconer, From a Dying Ember. The last Falconer album. I really enjoyed this one. I mean, it's really sort of like encompassing all Falconers, you know, all their sort of like what they're about, all their mystique. You know, it's got a little bit of everything of what they've done, and it's a great way to bow out. So farewell to Falconer. Number 34 is Palace, Rock and Roll Radio. Palace is a one-man band, basically. Michael Palace. He's a great songwriter. He's actually a great singer too. Well, not a great singer. He's a good singer, but he's a great songwriter. The production on this album is awesome as well. If you like AOR or melodic rock, you know, something like Work of Art, Eclipse, Grand Illusion, anything Scandi, you're gonna love Palace. It's awesome. Okay, number 33 is Ad Infinitum, Chapter 1 Dash Monarchy, a very cool new debut album. Melissa Bonney on vocals. She's sort of like the backing singer for Serenity, used to be, and also for the other band that I forget the name, Walkings. That's it. She sort of like sings a little bit in Walkings, and she's got her own band as well, Rage of Light, which I don't actually like, but Ad Infinitum is just awesome. It's a killer album, killer debut. I mean, for this one, I'd say, compared to Nightwish, which is sort of in the same ballpark, I far prefer Ad Infinitum to what Nightwish did with their album from this year. Number 32 is Brothers of Metal, Emblus Saga. This came out way in the early part of 2020. I love this album. I just love the band. It's just a fun band. Brothers of Metal, just a fun band. They got folky elements, they got cheesy elements, power metal elements, melodic. Everything is fun with these guys. Number 31 is Ether Realm, Redneck Vikings from Hell. I love this album. It's absolutely mental. It's really fun. melodic, power, symphonic, death. They throw the kitchen sink at that one. It really, really cool effort. Very good production, flashy solos, killer riffs, different types of vocals, but nothing really like, I mean, it is death metal, but it's not really heavy or brutal. It's just all very melodic, very memorable. Okay, number 30, Harlot, Detritus of the Final Age. Aussie thrashers with a killer release, great production, great riffs, just a hammering bunch of songs. Excellent stuff. If you like thrash metal, you're gonna love Harlots. Number 29 is a new band called Road Wolf, Unchain the Wolf. Very cool band, come out of nowhere. These guys play retro, traditional heavy metal, solid vocals, great songwriting, really memorable. I mean, very cool. Road Wolf. Number 28 is Kansas, The Absence of Presence. This was an awesome comeback. Well, not so much of a comeback, but a return to classic form. Heavy, much heavier than I was thinking a band like Kansas could deliver, but it's really amazing what they delivered on this album. And it could be even a little bit higher, but I mean, I just fancy some albums more than this one. But Kansas, real top class effort. Okay, number 27 is Beyond the Black and Horizons. A very catchy, almost poppy album this time. You know, it's not really a heavy riff based album. It's sort of a much more melodic, much more vocal led, very catchy album. Some would say it's a little too poppy, but I don't know, I just really enjoy it. I think it's probably their best album. Number 26 is Damnation Angels, Fibre of Our Being, a UK prog metal band returning with a new album after a good few years. This was very cool. This came out of left field a bit. I wasn't like sort of awaiting this, and then I suddenly saw it was out and released, and I listened to it and I was bowled over. It was like a great effort. They got a new singer. He's not an English guy, but he's really good. He's got a slight accent, but it's not like anything major. I mean, the production is awesome. The songwriting is memorable. A very sort of more melodic kind of prog metal. Highly recommended. Damnation Angels, Fibre of Our Being. Okay, little drink. 25, we reach halfway. And we're on what, 13 minutes. Okay, it's not too bad. Number 25 is Sacred Outcry, Damned for All Time. It's a Greek heavy power metal band fronted by Yanis, the singer of Beast in Black. This is a very cool album. I mean, a lot of people probably wouldn't have heard of Sacred Outcry, but I highly recommend checking out Sacred Outcry if you like typical melodic epic power metal. I mean, it's well worth checking out. Number 4 is 6'6", End of All. 6'6" is the band led by Christopher Goebel, who sang on one Falconer album. This album was released towards the end of the year without much fanfare, but it's a killer album. I mean, again, it's a very cool melodic power metal album. I mean, very enjoyable songs, much better vocals than from what I remember from Christopher in his Falconer days. I mean, his vocals were a little bit iffy in them days, but this time, no complaints at all. Easily in my top 50, in the middle somewhere. Number 23 is Jester's Tears and Perception. This band is a bit of an unknown quantity. They haven't released an album for 17 years, and I don't really recall their previous one, but this one came out of the blue and just blew me away. It's very melodic, very catchy vocals, good production, little bit of proggy edge, just very enjoyable for me. Jester's Tears and Perception. Number 22 is Arctic Rain and The One. Arctic Rain is just basically another Eclipse type band. I mean, Eclipse is my number one band, so any band that sounds fairly similar to Eclipse, I'm just gonna love. And Arctic Rain is very similar to Eclipse, so it's up there for me. It's got energy, got power, got melody. It's just perfect Scandi melodic rock. Okay, number 21 is Victorious Space Ninjas from Hell. Victorious is a fun band. It's basically an old school melodic power metal band from Germany, playing mix between Helloween, Gamma Ray, and all the other famous German power metal bands. Just very catchy stuff. Happy, joyous, uplifting power metal. Number 20 is the Alan Olson project, Worlds Apart. This worked really well. All songs written by the genius Magnus Carlsen from Primal Fear and his Freefall project. This is great. Both sing great. Annette is great. Russell Allen is just a master singer, one of the best in the world. And with Magnus writing the songs, you just can't go wrong. Freefall as well later on, but for now, I hope there's another second album of Alan Olson. Next is number 19. It's Vega and Grit Your Teeth, the UK melodic hard rock band. They're very consistent band for me. Always quite good. Always very melodic. Always catchy. Always great solos. I just really enjoy this band. I think Grit Your Teeth is not their best album, but it's in the top 2. I think they've had 6 albums now in 10 years, so they're quite prolific as well. But this album is like really, really enjoyable for me. Number 18 is Lionville, Magic is Alive. Anytime I see the name Lars Safsund on a record, I'm getting it. Simple as that. I mean, this is just a great AOR. This is a pure AOR record. I mean, Lionville is a pure, mainly Italian band, but fronted by Lars Safsund. I mean, Lars is just an amazing singer. I run out of words for that guy. He's just an amazing singer. And Mr. Leonetti, who writes the songs, he's a great songwriter. Lionville, if you love AOR, you're gonna love Lionville. It's that simple. Okay, number 17 is Tokyo Motor Fist and Lions. This is a great CD. I mean, I really enjoy this one. Danger, mix between Def Leppard and Danger, Ted Poley, Steve Brown from Trickster. Ted Poley sings wicked on this. I mean, the production is quite heavy as well. It's quite ballsy. I really like the production. Much better than the debut. The debut was good, but this one is much better. I mean, it's just better all round in all departments. Number 16, switching tack, it's Mors Principium Est and the 7 album. I love this album. It's a killer melodic death. I mean, I do like my melodic death, but I've sort of, as I get older, I've sort of gone away from out and out melodic death to more melodic music. You know, I still like death metal as well, but with age, I mean, I tentatively move away, but every now and then I hear a killer melodic death album and you just get wonderful riffs, wonderful passages of music. And Mors Principium Est is just the best for me in this field. I mean, I just love their stuff. I mean, I like Dark Tranquillity as well. Their album from this year was really good and solid, but Mors Principium Est is just the absolute best for me. Number 15 is it's a pure death metal album. It's Deeds of Flesh and Nucleus, released towards the end of 2020. Just a killer slab of technical death metal. Blasts, supreme precision in the riffs. Just an amazing production, like crystal clear riffs. I mean, there's no like rawness or sort of sloppiness. Everything is like to the maximum level of precision with this band, and it's just a killer release. I mean, when you listen to it, it's just like, the preciseness of the delivery is just amazing to listen to. Okay, number 14 is something completely different. Is Majestica, Christmas Carol. This is so much fun. I mean, Tommy Johansson, anything he does, I'm all over like a bad rash anyway. But this was such a fun album towards the end of Christmas. I mean, normally I wouldn't really be buying Christmas albums, but I just could not help myself to buy this one. I mean, it's so much fun. I even listened to this after Christmas come and gone. I mean, this was so much fun. Okay, number 13 is Teramaze and Epitaph. Killer stuff. I love this album. Big comeback from Teramaze. Awesome stuff. Very melodic, very good vocalist in the band. Possibly their most melodic. Yeah, I mean, I think this is really good. Could easily be in my top 10, but then I could have 30 records in my top 10. Okay, number 12 is Nightmare and Eternum. Nightmare is a French heavy power metal band. Nightmare is very cool. They've got a female singer. Their previous singer was a female as well. This new girl, she's very good again. Fits the band really well. The music is really, really heavy. I mean, if you like your power metal to be heavy and ballsy and not sort of wimpy like some bands. I mean, I like the wimpy bands, but this is the opposite of that. This is like ball-bustingly heavy, crunchy, it's almost thrashy power metal. I mean, her voice is sort of like slightly the weak link, if you like, but it doesn't even bother me. I think the songs are just great. Just ball-bustingly heavy power metal. I mean, you just can't go wrong with this album. Nightmare and Eternum. Okay, number 11 is DGM, Tragic Separation. Just a killer album. Progressive power metal, if you like. I mean, they are a progressive band, but they're not like a Dream Theater type band to me. They're sort of more straight ahead, more killer, more song-based. Simone Mulleroni, the leader of the band, he's just an amazing songwriter, amazing shredder. The riffs that he writes, the solos that he writes, the production that he gets. This is just a monumental release. I mean, just a killer mix between prog and power metal, DGM and Tragic Separation. Okay, the top 10. Here we go, the top 10. Have a drink. The top 10. In number 10 is Amahiru and the self-titled album. This was released slightly towards the end of the year. This is a project with Frederick Leclerc, ex of Dragon Force and currently of Creator, and Saki Lady Shredder from the band Mary's Blood, I think, a Japanese band, and a new singer whose name I forget. I don't know his name. He's not a well-known guy, but this project came together so well. It's so melodic. It's sort of slightly progressive, very catchy, very melodic. The vocals are mainly melodic. There's some little bit of growling, but not too much. It's just a very cool album. I mean, it came together so well. The shredding is awesome from Saki, the lady shredder. Just an awesome album. And I look forward to more from Amahiru. I mean, this debut has blown me clean away. I mean, it's just a killer debut. Number 9 is the Night Flight Orchestra and Aeromantic. Yeah, I love the Night Flight Orchestra. Since the first one I wasn't such a big fan of, and then from the second until now, their albums are just killer. Speed Strid on vocals, he's just a killer singer. The songs are really catchy. The production is awesome. Just a killer band. I mean, I've said killer about every band, haven't I? But just can't help myself. Have to say it. Okay, number 8 is another late release towards the end of the year. It's East Temple Avenue and Both Sides of Midnight. It's an AOR project fronted by Robbie LeBlanc. Robbie, I don't know, I've run out of words for that guy. I know I talk a lot about Lars Safson, but Robbie is my number one. This guy, he's just the best AOR singer in the world today, in my opinion. I mean, anything he sings on, I'll be all over like a bad rash. I mean, plain and simple, I'll be all over it. And East Temple Avenue doesn't let me down at all. It's just, the songwriting is catchy. I mean, the vocals are, like I've said, amazing. If you love AOR, you're just gonna love East Temple Avenue. It's pure as simple as that. I mean, there's no other option for you but to play this one. It's just awesome. Okay, number where are we? Number 7 is Magnus Carlsen's Free Fall and We Are the Night. The latest album from Magnus's solo project, all different types of singers. They all do a fantastic job. I mean, every singer, even some of the unknowns, really good job. Very good songs as well. Good, crunchy, heavy, melodic riffs, as usual from Magnus. Even the songs that he sings himself are really awesome. I mean, he could have sung the whole album, Magnus, himself, but I guess he wants to, write songs for different types of vocals, and everyone does a great job. The songs are melodic. Okay, with Magnus, he writes to a sort of formula, if you like, so it can sound samey, but I mean, the songwriting quality is just, it's just such a high level that if any sameness is easily forgiven by the listener or by someone like me who just enjoys like this type of top class melodic heavy metal type of music. Okay, number 6 is Heat and the Heat 2 album, the final album, as it turns out, featuring Eric Gromwall. Eric's last hurrah, if you will. We didn't know it at the time, but this was such a killer album. I mean, the energy on this album is just killer. Production is killer. Songs are killer. Eric is just awesome on this album. Sadly, he's left the band now, and Kenny, the previous singer, is back, but I love Kenny as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Heat do next. But this album, what a way to go. High energy, pounding, Scandi, melodic rock. Heat. You can't go wrong with Heat. Okay, number 5. I'm staying in Sweden, I'm afraid. I can't leave Sweden. It's Perfect Plan. Time for a Miracle. These guys, their debut was good, but this one is just like pushed it right out of the water. I mean, they've blasted that one right out of the water. This is a killer release. Kent Hilly, the vocalist, he's a bit of a new find. I mean, he's not a young chap by any means, but I hadn't heard of him from before. But he's a killer singer. I mean, he's just got a great tone, great power. The music is powerful. It's typically Swedish, Scandi, melodic hard rock. When you play it, you just get immediate joy. I mean, there's immediate gratification. There's not like any struggle to enjoy this. It's just immediate, in your face, melodic, catchy, hard rock. Okay. Number 4, I'm going to Germany. My old friends Primal Fear and Metal Commando. just can't go wrong with Primal Fear. I mean, I just love their stuff. I think they're an awesome band. Just a killer bunch of songs they've written this time. Ralph on vocals. What can I say about that dude? He exudes metal from every pore, every scream, every yell, every melody. The band is heavy. The production is crunchy. The songs are memorable. Raise Your Fist, that's one of my favourite songs of the year from this album. I just love that album. I think it's an awesome album. I mean, it's hard to pick between Primal Fear albums for me. I find them all of a very high level. This one is up there. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best Primal Fear album ever, but it's up there, you know. It's just, the quality is such a high level that, you know, you wouldn't say, well, they've dropped off on this album or they've gone higher. It's all good quality, classic heavy metal. Okay, the top three. Number 3, I'm going back to Sweden, I'm afraid. I just can't leave that place. It's Gathering of Kings and Discovery. It's a Swedish AOR melodic rock project. One guy, he does most of the songwriting, I think. I forget his name, but he's got all different types of singers, famous singers, doing the vocals. The songwriting is very catchy. Again, it's typically Swedish. I mean, I've got so many bands of the same ilk in my top 50, but I'm just a sucker for it. I'm just like, I cannot resist that kind of melody, that kind of crunchy riffing, that kind of I don't know, the atmosphere, the keyboards, all gels into one classic, you know, songwriting style or song feel. And Gathering of Kings is just excellent at it. This band, I mean, this sort of like, well, it's not, I wouldn't call it a band, let's call it a project with many different well-known classic melodic hard rock singers. Okay, let's have a quick drink before the second and the top album for me. Okay, in number 2, in second position, I'm going to Finland. And it's One Desire, Midnight Empire. What can I say about this one? This one, I love the debut from these guys, but I think this one's even better. I think it's more melodic. It's like every other, I mean, my top 10 is filled with similar type albums, you know, either really melodic heavy metal or melodic rock, AOR, or power metal, you know, harder edge ones. But this one is sort of more going back towards AOR, melodic rock, but it's still got a fantastic edge, you know, great crunchy riffs, very melodic vocals, very catchy songs. Like, when you listen to these songs, like, you just get a very pleasurable feeling. I mean, it's just the joyous, happy feeling that, you know, it's uplifting. I mean, I just like to feel, that's why I don't tend to listen to very moody type bands or sort of like very downbeat. I do sometimes, but not often. More often than not, I'm not listening to that. I'm listening to stuff like this. Anyway, there you have it. One Desire, Midnight Empire. But my number 1 album of 2020, I'm going back to Sweden, and it's Dynasty, The Dark Delight. What can I say about these guys? They've been on a roll, album after album, absolutely killer melodic metal, melodic heavy metal, if you like. They started off as a sort of almost a glammy band, and I still like them then, but they sort of abandoned that to go for a sort of sleek power metal, melodic heavy metal style with, you know, with crunchy edge, great riffs, great production, really amazing songs. And let me get to this, the best powerhouse melodic metal singer in the business today, and I'm talking about Nils Molin from Sweden, and he's also in Amaranth, but this is his other band, Dynasty, his own band with his bandmates, of course. What can I say about this? This is just awesome. I mean, Amaranth didn't even make my list, you notice. Because Amaranth, I'm sort of 50-50 on. I like some songs a lot and some I don't because of their style. But Dynasty is just 100% love from me. I mean, there's nothing about it that I don't like. It's just awesome. And it's, of course, all held together by the amazing the vocals, the singer, Niels Molin. I mean, this guy, he's just one of the best in the business. This guy is just got a perfect voice. His tone is excellent. His pronunciation is excellent. His melodies are just like orgasmic. So cool. Dynasty, The Dark Delight, my #1 album of 2020. A killer album. If you haven't heard it, why the hell not? Okay, that was 2020. Let's see what 2021 can bring for us. Okay, stay tuned.